friends, welcome to the last day of introductions for the January 2024 release of Mama Elephant. Today we're introducing surprise boxes and square grid cover. Today's stamp set contains several different Ada Zamora illustrated images, as well as 3 sentiments. Enjoy all the little surprises, sending you love and hugs and surprise! And we're introducing the square grid cover. The square grid cover is the first grid cover in a square format. And this is what they look like when cut out. And I think you can also do different fun things if you save the squares. Now let's move on to the coloring. I'm only showing you one image because otherwise the video would get way too long, and I'm starting with the bunny. As you will see later in the video, I take the inspiration for the colors from the confetti that I'm using to make a shaker card. So this is a fun tip. If you're stumped for what colors to use, you can look around you and take some inspiration from the other things you are using to make your card to make it have a very smooth and get-together look. Now I'm very sorry because in a minute the light will start flickering over the image. This is because the overhead light was turned on and I wasn't aware of this. Apparently my video camera didn't like that. So I'm sorry if you're bugged out by it, but please skip ahead to the putting together of the card because it is finished when we get to that point. Of course, you can go for different looks for different critters. With bunnies, I always like to leave a little bit of white around their noses. And a good trick to do this is to start out with putting your very lightest marker around the area you don't want to color, as a reminder to yourself to not color over it, because that helps. That's something that helps me. After finishing the coloring, I sometimes go back with my darkest markers to make the shadows a little bit deeper. Let's move on to putting in some highlights using a Sakura Jelly Roll pen, and I usually use a 0.10 marker for this. And that's it for the coloring. Let's use the coordinating dies to cut them out and make a fun project with it. I started by cutting a card base that is slightly larger than the die I'm using, and I also cut a panel made from some paper that's fit for ink blending. I'm using the frame I cut with the square grid cover from some Kraft cardstock. I overlaid it with a piece of acetate, and over that I'm putting some thick 3mm foam tape to be able to make a shaker with some thicker elements inside. For putting in the shaker material, I prepped everything with my powder tool. And this shaker mix is from Spellbinders, and it's called Confetti, and they're clay elements. I'm moving them around a little so they're not overlaying each other with my We Are Memory Keepers sticky tool. Now, I like to be extra sure that everything is glued down very properly, so that is why I'm using both foam tape and glue, because the foam tape itself does stick, but I really want a shaker to close very well. None of the elements can escape my shaker. Also, pro tip, refrain from shaking your shaker until everything is dry. We are moving on to putting together our scene, and as I always do, I'm laying out the images where I want them before gluing them down. I'm using 2 of the sentiments I made with the Simple Friends Bubbles stamp set, and I use my very lightest Copic markers to color them in. And that finishes my card for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and please leave a comment below for a chance to win a prize from Mama Elephant. And this finishes the introduction videos for the January 2024 release. This release will be available from tomorrow, the 15th of January, and please don't forget to leave a comment below for a chance to win a prize from Mama Elephant. Bye!